So my phone rings the other day, and I look down at it, look at the name on the screen, and I just I just let it ring. I didn't think twice about it, didn't feel guilty or didn't feel like I owed anybody an explanation. I just let it go to voicemail and I went back to doing what I was doing. Because nowadays, I don't really like people. And that's not something that I would have done 10, 15 years ago. Back then, I picked up for everybody. Every call, every text, every, hey, you got a minute, I was there. I didn't mind actually talking to people, being around people, kind of being in the middle of things, even though I'm an introvert. I didn't mind being a guy that everybody could reach. But somewhere along the way, as I got older, that shifted. And I don't think that it's bitterness, even though I know it might sound like that from the outside. I think it's just pattern recognition. And what I mean is that you live long enough, you watch and listen to the same people, do the same things enough times, and eventually your brain just stops needing to see or hear it a third or fourth time to know how it ends. So I started noticing myself doing less, answering fewer calls, sitting through fewer conversations I already knew were going nowhere, not because I woke up one day mad at the world, but because I got tired of pretending I didn't already know how the story goes. And look, I'm going to admit, I used to be that guy that liked to fill up the silence too. I wasn't, just looking for quiet time. I would sit in a room or sit in the car or a break room feeling like I had to say something just so it didn't feel awkward. But I'm going to say somewhere maybe in my 40s, I just fell back and I actually started enjoying the quiet. Just sitting there, not performing, not managing anybody's energy but my own. But here's a part that took me longer to admit than it should have. I also wasn't the easy one to be around either, because I've had my own stretch of being difficult, being reactive, bringing my own mess into rooms and calling it somebody else's problem. So this isn't me standing here acting like I've been the innocent party the entire time. I've done my share of the chaos too. And there's some people that cut me off the same way because they were tired of my shit. So when I say I've gotten quiet or less patient, I don't mean I think I'm better than other people. I mean I got tired of ignoring what I already knew. And I don't think I'm too far off when I say that there are so many people out there that are just draining and add nothing to your life. Complainers, haters, gossipers, the list goes on. You know when somebody's going to bring drama into a room before they even open their mouth. You know which conversations are going to go in circles before you're 2 minutes in. When somebody's going to talk about what so-and-so did yesterday. And when you're younger, you just kind of tolerate it because you don't know that there's another option. But the older I got, the more I realized there is something else. And that option, is to run far away. No, I'm joking. But seriously, if you don't run, it's as simple as just having smaller circles, fewer people, and more real ones. Like I said, even though I've always been introverted, I still used to think more people around you meant something. Like it was proof that you mattered, proof you were doing something right. But it's the total opposite for me now. The more people I let into my space, the more energy I'm spending managing all of it. So 2 or 3 people who are actually real are worth so much more to me now than a room full of people that I gotta put a face on for. So protecting that peace, that's not the same as being cold or shutting the world out. It's more like I just stopped apologizing for it. I don't explain myself anymore when I don't pick up. I don't feel like I owe somebody my time just because they used to have it. And even with family, there's relationships where I've just quietly stepped back, not with some big dramatic blow up, just less reaching out, less showing up for stuff that used to drain me. And I know that reads as harsh to some people, because family's supposed to be everything, right? That's what we're told. But I've come to believe that peace matters more to me than proving I can tolerate anything for the sake of a title like family. So I don't know if that makes me right or just makes me protective of what little energy I've got left after 2 jobs and a life. Probably somewhere in between. And to be honest, I don't really care what it makes me because at the end of the day, I'm much happier. So if you're feeling some version of this too, let me know in the comments, because I got a feeling that I'm not the only one. Would love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next one.